What does it cost to cut your own blood out of your life? I'm Ethan, 38, and I learned that freedom sometimes feels like exile. I didn't just walk away from my family. I erased them, and when I did, they tried to erase me in return. Ever wonder how deep betrayal has to go before a man finally breaks? For me, it started with one whisper, one scheme, and one moment that burned everything I thought was solid to ash. Life used to feel stable. I had a loft in Raleigh, North Carolina, exposed brick walls, a skylight that caught the morning sun just right. I'm a network security analyst. Good paycheck, no wife, no kids, just a '68 Mustang I restore myself. My version of peace. To my family, though, I was Ethan the Vault, the guy with steady hands and steady income, the safety net they could always land on. That illusion cracked 4 months ago. The September heat was still heavy when my phone buzzed with a text from my older sister, Carla. No greetings, no small talk. Just Milo's med school tuition, housing, and supplies, $12, $200. You're covering it, right? By year's end. I read it twice. Sitting on my balcony as cicadas screamed into the dusk. Carla, 44, had always seen me as her personal bailout fund. 2 failed marriages, countless bad jobs, and a son, Milo, 22, caught in the wreckage of her choices. I typed back, not my responsibility. Then silence for a week, until a friend, Sam, who works with my mom at her gym, told me something that made my blood freeze. He overheard Carla after spin class, saying, "Don't worry, Mom. Ethan will pay up after New Year's. He always caves." And my mom? She just nodded, like my compliance was family tradition. I didn't confront them. I smiled through Sunday brunches, brought desserts, played the good son. But inside, I was planning my escape. Then came the proof. A parking ticket slid under my apartment door. Someone had used a debit card I'd once lent Carla for emergencies. The charge? A $150 bar tab. 3 days after that tuition text. That's when I went quiet. Cold. Watchful. New Year's Eve arrived. I showed up at Mom's house with baklava, presents, and a calmness that wasn't real. Carla floated around like she owned the room, champagne in hand, Milo at her side. When the countdown ended, she leaned in with a smirk. "So, Ethan, about Milo's tuition." I handed her an envelope. She ripped it open, expecting cash. Instead, a single printed page. "This year, I'm reclaiming what's mine. No more handouts. The Mustang you drive, mine. The card you've been using, canceled. Happy New Year." Her face twisted instantly. "What is this garbage?" she snapped. Mom gasped. Dad glared. I didn't flinch. The card's dead. The car's mine again. Milo's education? That's your problem. Then came the explosion, shouting, tears, guilt. Dad called me a disgrace. Mom's eyes filled with disappointment. But the Rayall hit came after I left. By morning, my phone was a battlefield. Dozens of missed calls, messages full of venom. Carla accused me of cruelty. Mom called me heartless. Extended family piled on, parroting her story. Then the rumors started. At the local market, Mom's friend, Mrs. Lyle, stopped me with a sympathetic look. "Ethan, I heard about that married woman at your office. Are you okay?" I just stared. "What?" She hesitated, then handed me a folder. Inside, a legal document drafted by Carla. A power of attorney, declaring me mentally unstable and unfit to handle my finances. Signed by my own father as a witness. They didn't just want my money. They wanted my autonomy. That night, I sat alone, heart pounding like a trapped animal. By morning, I made my move. Requested a transfer to Boise. Broke my lease. Packed everything. Told no one but one trusted co-worker, Riley. But they found out anyway. A week before my flight, a pickup truck lingered outside my building. 2 days before leaving, someone tried to enter my loft, claiming to be my sister. I filed for a restraining order that night. Then I left. Boise greeted me with silence and snow, the kind that erases old footprints. For the first time, I felt free until the letter came. A single line, no name. "You can't escape us, Ethan. You'll crawl back. Then another blow. HR called me in. An anonymous complaint accused me of falsifying transfer paperwork and having an affair with a married colleague. The same lie my family had spread back home. For 3 weeks, I lived under investigation, reliving every wound. When it was finally cleared, no evidence, no wrongdoing, I felt both relief and emptiness. Then one last letter arrived. From Dad. You're not our son anymore. Stay gone. I read it until the ink blurred, but something inside me hardened. Their rejection didn't break me. It set me free. Now, I wake to the quiet hum of Boise mornings. The mountains watch in silence. The air smells clean, untouched. I'm building a life that's mine alone. Milo texted me last week. They're sorry, Ethan. They want you back. I haven't replied. Maybe I never will. If you were me, standing where I stand, would you forgive them? Would you go back? Tell me what you do. Because some nights, I still don't know if I made the right choice.